Okay, so thank you very much for joining this meeting. It's a pleasure being able to present this session to you live. I will share my slides now and I'll be presenting for about 30 minutes or thereabouts. And then after the presentation, I'll give you the opportunity to then ask questions, okay? So within a few seconds, without saying much ado, I would present my slides and then we'll take questions after the presentation. Okay, so welcome to this session for today. The topic is 7-figure real estate marketing. How to 10 times your income with deep marketing strategies of the top 10% realtors. So I'll start by saying one or two things about myself. First and foremost, I started this business several years ago, but before I started this business, I was running a number of businesses. I ran quite a number of businesses, but I failed multiple times in those businesses. And I then started real estate. I got introduced to real estate through a friend. And I started real estate, and within a very short period of time, I was able to discover the strategies of the top salespeople. And that's exactly what I'm about to share to you in this presentation. Last year alone, I closed deals worth almost ₦500 million to show you the trajectory of my growth over the past 7 to 8 years now. Today, I run a multi-billion naira real estate company. We've got products mainly within the Lekki axis, Shangutedo axis to be precise. And I personally make multiple 7 figures monthly. And I'm about to show you how you too can make multiple 7 figures monthly from this business. So what are the objectives of this session? First and foremost, I'm going to show you how you can generate quality leads, because that's where it all starts from. It starts from generating quality leads, and then show you how you can use those leads to increase your sales significantly, even if you have zero experience. So some of you might be thinking to yourself, I've never done real estate before. I've never sold. I'm not a marketer. I don't understand how to sell. This is for you. Even if you have zero experience, you've never been involved in real estate, you're going to learn exactly how to do real estate business and generate significant income from this business. You'll also understand why you may be struggling with low sales and how you can become one of the most consistent deal closers in this business. There are reasons why there are only very few people that are able to consistently make sales in this business. And I'll show you how you can become part of those people, how you can ensure that you don't keep wasting money on ads that don't convert, how you can ensure that when you get leads, you're able to convert those leads to prospects and then convert those prospects to buying clients. And not just buying clients, but clients who come back to do business with you or who refer you to their friends. Now, here's a snapshot of some of the income that I've earned from this business. And I'm not showing you this to impress you. I'm not showing you this to brag. I'm only showing you this to show you exactly what is possible from this business. In May 2021, that's a check of 1.5 billion that I earned there. Around April, earlier this year, I got a check of about 2.5 million. That's another check there, 1.5 million. Another check there, 5 million. And then there's one that I got in April 2021, 4 million. And then this was sometime last year, I got a check of 5 million. These are just examples of some of the incomes that I make on a regular basis. Sometimes I make as much as 6 million, 7 million in one single month from this real estate business. So that's how lucrative it is. And part of my job today is to show you how you too can earn these kinds of income from this business. Now, the realities in the market is that only very few people earn money from this business. So don't think you're coming into real estate marketing and you're just going to start hitting it big from day one. It's not going to happen. It hardly happens. So from my experience, only very few people, in fact, the average realtor earns less than 50,000 naira a month. Yes, less than 50,000 naira a month. And the reason is because a lot of them do not understand the secrets. They do not understand the strategies to making sales on a consistent basis. Just as I've said earlier, only few people are able to make it big in this business. And I'll show you how you can be part of them. So let's go into the meat of it. Now, what I've created here is a slide that shows you what you may be doing. For those of you who are into the business, this slide shows you what you may be doing currently and what you need to be doing differently in order to make a change in your business. Let's start with the first one. It says not effectively planning your business. Now, planning is extremely important when it comes to real estate business. You've got to plan your budget. You've got to plan your strategy. You've got to plan your approach. You've got to plan your methodologies. Everything has to be planned. The very first thing you ask yourself is, what is my monthly budget for ads? Some people don't even have a monthly budget. They don't spend money as it comes. No. You need to have a monthly budget. If it's 50,000 naira you can afford every month, that should be your budget. If it's 100,000 you can afford, that should be your budget. But sit down at the beginning of the month, on the first day of the month. Don't spend the whole day greeting people, have happy new month, happy new month. No, sit down and plan your business. Ask yourself, how much am I going to dedicate for ads and other things? Phone bills, fuel for my car if you have a car, every single expense you're going to incur that month, you should have a budget for it. Secondly, what is your marketing strategy? Now, different strategies work for different people. Some people are offline inclined. They like to do offline marketing. So they like to go to the bus stops, the amusement parks, the shopping malls, talk to people through cold marketing. Some other people prefer online. A lot of people prefer, I'm more of an online person. So if I'm going to do marketing for a particular month, I'm going to ask myself, what strategy am I going to deploy within my online marketing space? Am I going to do social media this month? Am I going to do Google marketing this month? Am I going to do what is called search engine optimization or social media optimization? Whatever my strategy is, I need to understand what that strategy is and plan for it in that particular month. Then I need to be organized and consistent. Because what I see a lot of people doing from my own experience, and the reason why they're not making money, is because they have a plan, they have a budget, but they are not organized. They are not consistent. They do something this month because it probably didn't work, and it's not because it's not working really, but because they just didn't have the patience to see it through, they stop it. And that's the last everybody hears from them. No, you need to be organized and you need to be consistent. If you are doing offline marketing, for instance, if you are doing billboards, that's where you have your niche, that's where you have your expertise. Ensure you do your billboards consistently on a monthly basis. Every month, people should see your billboards out there. If it is flyers you use for your marketing, ensure that your flyers are always out there. If it's online marketing, social media, you must ensure that you're posting on social media on a consistent basis. So you have to be very organized. Secondly, branding. Branding is extremely important, and this is where a lot of realtors out there miss it. A lot of realtors you just go to Instagram, you open an Instagram account and you just start marketing. There is no brand equity, there is nothing. There is no color, there's no theme, there is no approach, there is nothing. You need to ensure you brand yourself. This is extremely important if you are dealing with high net worth individuals, because high net worth individuals, the target audience, they want to know that they are dealing with a trusted brand, an established brand, not just some hungry looking realtor or some hungry looking marketer who is trying to make a commission off them. So you have to invest in proper branding and PR. PR means public relations. You have to ensure that you package yourself. You have to ensure that you put yourself out there in such a way that people begin to respect you and people begin to see you as an authority in your field. You have to develop your reputation. The reputations don't just jump at people. Reputations are built deliberately. So try and brand yourself as someone who is what I call a go-to person. How do you do that? By putting out qualitative content, not just quantity, but qualitative content. Content that educates, content that enlightens, and to some extent, content that also entertains, because obviously people go online because they want to be entertained as well. But whatever it is that you're doing, ensure that it positively impacts on your brand. Targeting. Targeting is the #1 reason why a lot of ads do not convert, because you are targeting the wrong people. No matter how much you spend on your ads, if you do not target the right people, you would fail to convert. So targeting is extremely important. Target HNIs, target Nigerians living abroad, very important, because you have a lot of Nigerians living abroad. They want to invest in Nigeria, but they don't know how to invest in Nigeria. So you have to ensure that you target those people in the UK, in the US, different parts of Europe, other countries, target them. There's so much opportunity among that investment space. Target the highly mobile middle class as well. People who are working in oil companies, people who are working in big banks, people who are working in the telecom space. Target those people. Those are your audience. Those are the people who can afford to buy real estate, because the truth of the matter is that not everybody can afford to buy real estate products. It's only a certain class of people. Target cooperatives. Target cooperatives. Cooperatives, associations, clubs, groups of friends. Let them come together, collaborate, and buy as a group. That's how you close big ticket transactions. When you see realtors closing deals worth hundreds of millions of naira, in some cases even billions, it's because they're able to target classes of groups of people. And they're able to allow or to convince those people to invest in bulk as a group. Running ineffective social media ads. Now, this is something I see so often. People, you just go to your social media account and you just create boosts. You don't know how to target. You don't know how to create ads that would convert. You don't know the techniques. You think running social media is something you could just learn overnight. No, it takes time to understand how to run social media ads. Because the more effective your social media ads are, the higher your chances of getting leads. And the higher your chances of getting leads, the higher your chances of getting prospects who will then convert to customers. So, for instance, what I advise people is try and use Ads Manager more than just boosting your posts. What I see a lot of people doing is just boost posts. No, Ads Manager has been created in such a way that there are so many features that you don't see on your regular boost post icon on Instagram or on Facebook. There are so many features. You can have your budget, you can do your advanced targeting, you can do so many things. If you can't do it yourself, get an expert, get a digital marketer to run your ads for you using Ads Manager. Again, also create compelling sales pages that convert. I see a lot of people running ads, they don't even have a sales page. Your sales page is extremely critical because that's where the sales conversion process really takes place. When you run an ad, the whole idea is that you are getting leads to go to your sales page. And then when they get to the sales page, they see so much information about the products you are marketing, in this case, real estate. So many questions that are answered on that page, so much more information that is provided. When they see that page, when they get to that page, if it is a well-written and a well-crafted page, there is a very high chance that those leads will convert, or at least transfer to prospects. Okay, now your website is also very important. Your website should function as a landing page, and the landing page should be very, very functional. Also carry out effective retargeting campaigns. Now, this is important because what I see people doing is that they sell or they market to customers or to prospects. Because those prospects do not buy from them, they just forget about them. No, you should learn to retarget your prospects as well. Because the fact that a prospect isn't buying from you today does not mean the prospect may not buy from you tomorrow or next week or next month. Now, retargeting is something that you have to either learn or get someone who is an expert to do for you. Not developing beneficial relationships. I'll tell you one thing. For me personally, and I know for a lot of the top 10% realtors, one of the major selling points for them is that they have very large networks. They have not just very large networks, but they have quality networks. And the bulk of their sales, as with me, the bulk of my sales come from within my network. Now, I'm not saying I do not sell to my cold audience. I'm not saying I do not sell to people I don't know or people I've never met before. I do sell to those people, but the bulk of my sales comes from within my network. So if you want to increase your sales, you've got to learn to increase your network. And how do you increase your network? By deliberately developing beneficial relationships. How do you develop beneficial relationships? Attend events, go out, go to meetings, go to functions. When you go to these functions, the tendency is for you to meet people of like minds, to meet people who could potentially be your customers. When you go to those functions, connect with those people, network with them, share your complimentary cards if you have them, if you have some. If you don't have complimentary cards, I advise you to get complimentary cards and ensure that whenever you attend events, always share with people. But don't just stop at sharing those complimentary cards with those people. Ensure you call them and connect with them. Develop friendly relationships with them. Make as many friends as possible, because the more friends you have, the higher your chances of converting. And the higher your chances of making, the higher the number of friends you have, the more you're likely to get people who know you, who like you, and who trust you. Another mistake I see people doing is they do not know how to get repeat business. Repeat business is one of the reasons why you see people making 10 million, 15 million, 5 million, 4 million, 3 million every month. Those people who make those kinds of monies, it's not necessarily that, it's not like as if they get new customers every day. No, what they simply do is that the customers they have, they ensure that they get them to keep buying from them on a regular basis. So how do you get repeat business? You create an experience with your prospects. Don't just sell to them. Create an experience. Make them feel happy to deal with you. Make them feel like they feel obligated to want to deal with you over and over again. You create an experience with them. For instance, some of the things that I do with my customers is I take them out, I buy them gifts. This is about entering Christmas period now. I'm going to create a list of customers and I'm going to give gifts to. Make them feel happy, make them feel welcome, make them feel like they are almost in a way indebted to you, like they should continue to do business with you every time. You need to make them feel on top of the world at all times. Okay, so master the art of presenting irresistible offers to your existing clients. How do you do that? If you can give them discounts, give them discounts. If you can negotiate with the company you're dealing with to give them favorable allocations, do that. Treat these customers as if they are demigods, because it is because of these customers that you're in business. So you have to ensure that you serve these customers as best you can. That's the only way you can generate repeat business from them. Again, this is the reason, not understanding the language of the rich is one of the reasons why people don't close high ticket transactions. You need to be able to speak the language of the rich, because it is rich people that can afford to buy some of the properties that you have out there. It is people who belong to the upper class that can buy properties that we typically sell to them. So you've got to learn how to speak like wealthy people. There's a certain way they speak, there's a certain way they dress, there's a certain way they communicate, there's a certain way they comport themselves when they're in public. You've got to understand how to behave like them, because normally rich people want to deal with people who behave like them. They want to deal with people who understand their mannerisms, who understand the way they think, who understand the way they talk, who understand their wants and their needs. So when they ask you questions, answer those questions with authority. Don't stammer, don't stagger, don't behave like someone who is intimidated by their presence. No, behave like someone who is confident and who understands their business. Answer their questions with authority. Use behavioral patterns that endear you to people who can afford. What are those behavioral patterns? Again, it starts with the way you present yourself, the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you gesticulate, the kinds of words you use, and all of those things. All of those things combine to making your chances of closing big ticket transactions or penetrating the HNI class a lot easier. Not following up effectively is a major problem for realtors. People don't follow up. You make a pitch to someone, the person says, I'll get back to you, and you just lose that client. You don't even call the client afterwards. Or some people call, but they call too many times. They sound desperate. So that's the first point there. It says, do not. Hello, sorry for the break in transmission. I believe we are all still together. So I'll just continue from where I stopped. Okay, so not following up effectively is one of the reasons why a lot of people do not close sales. Now, I'll say that we should not sound desperate when following up. Now, what I see a lot of people doing is that because you do not want to close it to lose a sale, you pitch to someone, the person says they'll get back to you. The next day, you're already calling the person. The person says, okay, I'll get back to you on a particular day. You don't even wait for that day that they promise to get back to you. You're already sending them messages on WhatsApp, sending them text messages. Don't do that. You don't want to sound desperate, because you could actually end up driving away the client. This is a mistake I made several years ago when I was just starting off as a marketer. I had this prospect that wanted to buy from me, and I told the prospect that, look, this is the product, this is the opportunity, and all of that. And the prospect says, okay, that will get back to me. And I kept on calling and sending text messages and sending WhatsApp messages. And suddenly the prospect comes and says, look, I'm bugging her. I'm sending her too many reminders, and she's getting a bit fed up. She's not likely to buy. And that was the last I heard from her. So I learned one very valuable lesson during that experience, that never, ever, ever overburden your prospects. Give them their space. However, you have to follow up, but make sure that your follow-up is not too regular, especially if it's a cold prospect. If it's a warm prospect, and by warm prospect, I mean someone you know. If it's a warm prospect, you can afford to follow up as many times as you like. If it's a friend, a very good friend, or a relative, you can afford to follow up a few more times than you'd ordinarily do if you are speaking, or if you are trying to pitch to a cold person, someone you don't know from anywhere, right? But you have to be very tactical about your follow-up. It's very important, because as I say, fortune is in the follow-up. What that means is that it's really not what you do the first time that matters. It's what you do after that first time, the activities that follow after that first pitch, that's really what determines whether you're likely to sell. Only very few people will buy real estate from the first pitch. Only very few people. Most people, you have to remind them, you have to send them messages on WhatsApp, on Telegram, SMS, whatever it is, several times before they eventually convert to buying customers. So you have to be very tactical about the way you follow up. At the same time, also learn to create urgency. How do you create urgency from real estate business? For instance, a company is doing a promo and the promo has a deadline. You have to remind your prospect that there's a deadline, because by nature, people do not like to take action immediately. The prospect probably has money. The prospect probably has interest in that particular property. But because you have not learned how to create urgency, the prospect then starts to think, well, I can do this anytime. I can do this next year. The product is always there. But if you create urgency in such a way that the prospect knows that if they do not take action at a particular point in time, they would lose out on certain opportunities, like the promo the company is running, you have a higher chance of converting that prospect. Or it could also be a case where the price is about to go up. If the price is about to go up, you have to keep informing the prospect that, look, if you do not buy or at least make a deposit between now and so and so date, you are going to lose out on an opportunity to buy at a particular price. If you don't do that, there's a very high chance that you could lose that prospect. Not leveraging quality content. This is very, very important. Your content should be quality. I see a lot of realtors, when I go through their Instagram pages or their Facebook profiles or pages or LinkedIn pages, I see a lot of content that is not good enough. You've got to create scripts that are of high quality, captions, letters, emails that are of very high quality. Don't just put up a flyer and say, this land is located in Bamidele, it goes for 2 million naira, buy now. No, that's not enough. You've got to ensure that there's enough information in your post. You've got to ensure that you educate your prospects on a regular basis. You enlighten them. You make them feel like they're getting value from you. Prospects like to deal with people that they get value from. As they say, value follows money, or money follows value. So the more value you give, the higher the chance that you're going to make money from real estate and from any other business for that matter. Also, avoid excessive use of flyers. Now, this is something I see a lot. I go to someone's Instagram page and all I'm seeing there is flyers, banners, banners, banners. No. At a certain point, your prospects are going to just get fed up. Some of them would even unfollow you because they just see you as someone who's just desperate to make a sale. Now, I'm not saying don't use flyers or banners. What I'm saying is that use them very tactfully. Use them sparingly. Only use them when you're communicating something that is new, or you're trying to communicate something and you probably feel the only way or the best way to communicate it is through flyers and banners. Otherwise, I prefer you use pictures and videos. Now, if you're using videos, try as much as possible to limit the use of videos from your phone. Try and get professional videographers to shoot videos on site, get them edited so that your page looks really high quality. I'm not saying don't use your phone. If you can't afford a professional videographer, it's okay to use your phone. But if you're going to use your phone, make sure it's a phone that has a very good camera and try and invest in learning how to edit your videos so that the videos come out really good. Also ensure, like I said earlier, provide as much educational content to your prospect as possible. So it doesn't look like you're just out there to make a quick buck out of your prospects. Ensure you provide as much educational content as possible. Again, leveraging technology is very, very important. We live in a technology age. What really sets you apart from the rest is your ability to use technology to outcompete your competition, because this business, I'll tell you this, is one of the most competitive businesses you have in the country right now. There are so many realtors out there. So what can set you apart as a realtor is your ability to leverage technology. How do you use technology? For instance, using the use of things like apps like TikTok. TikTok is still new, well, relatively to a lot of people. A lot of people don't understand TikTok. So if you know how to use TikTok, you already have an edge. Now, a lot of people think TikTok is just for entertainment, but people sell on TikTok. There's Clubhouse now. Clubhouse has been around for about a year or thereabout, or 2 years maybe, right? But not everybody's on Clubhouse now. So if you know how to use Clubhouse to host meetings of, say, maybe potential investors and all of that, you can actually use Clubhouse to make sales. So there are so many social media platforms that are coming up that people are not aware of. Why don't you learn how to use those platforms and get there first? Take advantage of the first mover advantage, leverage on the first mover advantage. Be among the first people to use those platforms and gain that advantage over your competitors, because it's a very, very competitive market. How about virtual tours? There are people who do virtual tours now. So you have a prospect in the US or in the UK, they don't have the means to come to Nigeria. They don't have anybody to do the inspections for them. Get someone to do a virtual tour for you. It doesn't cost so much money. With 50,000, 40,000, maybe 60,000, you can get the person to do a virtual tour of the property you want to sell, and then you send it to them. Those virtual tours, they work wonders. They work wonders. The virtual tour can literally take the prospect through your entire property and almost make the prospects feel as if they were there. They were right there, physically live in the property, in the space. That's one of the ways to use technology to grow your business. And I've used technology in the company that I run. We use technology a lot to grow our business and to also increase our reach as well, because we have a lot of prospects in the diaspora. And so one of the ways we leverage or we reach those people is through the use of virtual tours and other technology tools. So always ensure that you move with the times. Don't be static. Don't think that one form of marketing or one particular technology is always going to be the best. Things change. Things change so fast. So you have to keep your ears close to the ground and ensure that whenever there's a new technology in town, you are able to leverage that technology. And timing is very key. The earlier you are able to leverage new technologies, the better it is for you. And the higher your chances of converting and taking advantage of the benefits of the use of those technologies. Now, let me ask you this. Having heard all I've said, let me ask you this question. Would you like to acquire all of these skills so that you can earn 7 figures consistently? All of the skills I mentioned: technology, how to follow up, how to get referrals, how to speak the language of the rich, how to grow your business, how to plan your business, how to generate quality leads. Would you just think about this for a second? Would you like to acquire the skills that will take your business literally from wherever it is to a state where you're earning 7 figures on a consistent basis? If your answer is yes, then I've put together all of this information and more, so much more, in what I call the 7-figure real estate marketing course. It's a comprehensive course that covers every single thing you need to know about real estate marketing and how you can soar, literally soar in this business. Now, let me use the next slides to show you some of the things that are actually very possible if you decide to take advantage of this opportunity. Okay, so that's me qualifying for the GoPro Recruiting Mastery in 2017. That was 4 years ago. That's me and some of the other qualifiers in Las Vegas, 2017, exactly 4 years ago. So it was around November 2017. So it's exactly 4 years ago. Okay, and that's me, got a car award. It was in 2015. That's me there, just relaxing somewhere in Dubai, 2015 as well, towards the end of 2015. Now, these things are very possible. They're very, very possible. Okay. Now, let me also show you some of the realtors who have applied some of the methods that I've trained them on over the years, and just so that you can see the level of success that these people have attained over time. So this guy, his name is Farouk Oyebanjo. He joined my team in 2015, had absolutely no knowledge about this business, but then he followed my system with keen interest. Today, he travels the world, literally. That's him somewhere in the US around last year, I think, or 2 years ago. He went to the US. He travels regularly. He runs his own business today. He's an entrepreneur. He has his own staff. He makes multiple 7 figures. This guy here is Segun Babajide of Real Estate Matchmakers. I introduced him to this business from a previous company. Interestingly, we both did business together in this previous company. He did not make any sales, no sales whatsoever in the first year. He keyed into my system. Today, he's an award-winning realtor. He makes nothing less than at least 2 to 3 million every month. He lives very large, very comfortable. He's someone that I'm very proud that I actually literally groomed him in this business. This is Juliet Anisieba. She's of House of Julieta, former model. She ventured into real estate business with no knowledge whatsoever, not a single knowledge in this business whatsoever. She took advantage of my mentorship, of my support. Today, she's a big salesperson. She makes multiple 7 figures and she closes deals on a regular basis. This guy's name here is Kokoola Afiz. He started real estate several years ago. Interestingly, in the first 4 years, he did not make any sales, no sales whatsoever. He joined my team. I groomed him, I mentored him. I showed him so many things that he knows today. Today, he makes multiple 7 figures, multiple award winner. As you can see, that's him posing with one of the several awards he's gotten over the course of his time in this business. So let me show you what you'll master essentially from this course. Firstly, you'll master how to set goals for your business. Secondly, you'll master how to craft a proper marketing plan and stay organized. Thirdly, you'll master how to generate leads. Very important because it all starts with leads. You'll master how to generate leads and then how to target specific high net worth individuals and people who have money to invest. Because remember that marketing real estate is not just about throwing your adverts out there. You have to be able to market and to target people who have the capacity to buy your products. You'll also learn how to create high converting sales pages, because once you've targeted those high net worth individuals, you also have to learn how to convert them through the use of sales pages. So you would learn how to create compelling sales pages that can convert your prospects to customers. And obviously, you would learn how to stop wasting your money on ineffective ads. How do you stop money? Because this is one area I know a lot of people struggle. They spend so much money on ads, those ads don't convert, and they get frustrated at the end of the day. And of course, you would learn how all you need to know about digital marketing. So it's not just about selling or about converting, but how do you even use digital marketing skills to run ads on social media, to run ads on your website, to run ads online generally? How do you use digital marketing to do that? All of that is part of the course and it's part of what you learn. You'll also learn what to do immediately after generating leads. So a lot of people tell me, oh, I've gotten these leads. How do I convert these leads to prospects and prospects to customers? You will learn exactly what you should do, what you should say, how you should say it, how you should speak to those leads. All of those things will be part of the things you will learn. You'll also learn how to establish an online presence and create effective websites. Website creation is very important. Search engine optimization is very important. When someone goes to the internet and they Google real estate properties in Ibejuleki, your website should be amongst the websites that come up so that they can call you and then you can then close those deals. You'll also learn tips, proven methods for generating referrals. There are 4 particular referral factors that you need to master. All of those factors are contained in the course. And then strategies for generating repeat business. So it's one thing to generate referrals, it's another thing to generate repeat business. I spoke about repeat business earlier. It's one of the ways through which some of us generate so much sales from our business. It's not like we keep getting new customers all the time. Sometimes it's just the people who have bought from you before that keep coming to buy from you over and over and over again. So I'll show you, and it's part of the course, how do you generate repeat business from doing real estate. And of course, time-tested secrets to closing big ticket transactions. So some of us want to close deals in Lekki, some of us want to close deals in Ikoyi, some of us want to close deals in Victoria Island. How do you close deals in those markets? There are certain techniques that you need to master to be able to close those kind of deals. And then how do you position yourself as a subject matter expert? I spoke earlier about the power of branding. How do you brand yourself? How do you brand yourself as an authority? How do you brand yourself as the go-to person in your field? This course teaches you how to do that. Again, you also learn how to develop mutually beneficial relationships with high net worth individuals, how to develop an understanding of the psychology of selling. There's something called the psychology of selling to your niche market. This course will teach you how to develop that understanding of the psychology of selling. And then how do you convert marketing for selling to produce qualitative educational content for social media? I spoke earlier about ensuring that your content on social media is qualitative. There's a particular module in the course that focuses on the how to create qualitative content for your social media pages. And then again, I spoke about bugging your clients. A mistake a lot of realtors make is that they follow up too much. So I'm going to teach you in this course how to follow up effectively with your prospects such that they do not see you as a pest who is bugging them all the time, because you could lose clients if your clients see you as a pest. And then how do you attract clients instead of chasing them? There's a difference between chasing clients and attracting clients. You should be looking to attract clients, and there are ways through which some of us attract clients. There are ways through which some of us get clients to actually come to us. They come to our DM, they ask questions instead of us chasing them all the time. There are ways that that is done, and I'll show you that course. This course actually shows you how this can be done. Now, there are bonuses. Beyond the course materials, we'll also be doing live or pre-recorded webinars facilitated by experts. Now, experts are people who are very, very good in marketing, people who have experience in marketing. Realtors, successful realtors, I'll be bringing them once in a while to come and teach us and train us about their own experiences and how they've been able to grow their businesses from where they were when they started to where they are now. Okay, and then I'll also show you how to use templates. In fact, I'm going to provide certain templates, marketing templates, scripts, proposal templates, all of those things will be provided to you as bonuses in this course. And by the way, I use some of these proposal templates to close deals worth hundreds of millions of naira. So in summary, this course will help you reduce your ad budget. So instead of spending so much money, you don't have to spend that much money on ads to convert. It will also help you learn how to develop more rewarding relationships. I spoke about developing relationships with people who you target and people who you expect or you want to buy your real estate products from you. And then obviously, ultimately, your objective is to earn more money. So this course will teach you how to make more money through increased sales. And ultimately, it will help you become a bigger brand in the real estate industry. So here's the faculty. That's me, myself. I'm the lead instructor. I'm a real estate executive, as I said earlier, and I'm also an experienced marketer. I've been doing marketing for several years now. I'm a coach, trainer, speaker, industry expert, and I've mentored so many people, transformed them from literally struggling marketers to superstar realtors. Then I also have Dipo. Dipo is a real estate digital marketing specialist. He'll be handling the digital marketing aspect. He's also helped contribute some of the materials that are in that particular course. And he's also a social media targeting expert. So he's one of the faculty. And then I have my good friend, Ezekiel Sholisi, who's a marketing expert, speaker, trainer, and coach. He's also part of the faculty. Now, for a second, I want you to think about what you can do with a steady supply of at least ₦1 million on a monthly basis. Just imagine you're earning at least ₦1 million every month. Think about all the problems it's going to solve. Think about if you're married, you have children, the school fees you can pay easily. If you live in a rented apartment, you can pay off the rent on a very, very easy basis. You can live the kind of lifestyle that you actually desire if you are able to earn at least 1 million. I'm not even restricting it to 1 million. You can actually earn a whole lot more than 1 million if you decide to take this business very serious. So how much do you intend to invest in the life that you desire? So let's do a quick valuation of this course. Let's do a quick valuation. The webinars, normally I will charge 30,000 naira for those expert webinars. For the digital marketing training, I'll charge 25. For the effective targeting training, I'll charge 20. For the sales conversion training, I'll charge 40 normally. For the templates, access to those templates, which I created myself, I'll charge 20,000. to generate a course, because we're also going to give you a course certificate at the end of the training. You get a course certificate once you complete the course. That normally comes at 10,000 naira. Total amount comes to 150,000 naira. That's really the valuation of the course. But guess what? I'm not going to charge you 50,000 naira. Sorry, 150,000 naira. I'm not even going to charge you anything close to that figure. And the reason is because I want as many people. I know not everybody, only few people can afford 150,000 naira, but I want as many people as possible to participate in this transformative course. Okay? So you can actually gain access to this program for not 150, but for 40,000 naira. You get access to this course and all the content for 40,000 naira. But guess what? It actually even gets better than that. Within the next 24 hours, between now and the end of tomorrow, by 12 midnight tomorrow, you'll actually get a 10,000 naira discount, which is 25%. That means that you'll get the course for just 30,000 naira, not 40, but 30,000 naira. So you remember I said at 150, bring it down to 40. Now I'm saying that if you pay within the next 24 hours, you'll get the course at 30,000 naira. Now that's not all. You'll also get a free access to our support group where we have other realtors, and I'll be introducing experts to that group who will be training us. I'll be doing some random trainings as well on that support groups on WhatsApp. So if you're able to participate in this offer, you'd get free access to that support group for 3 months. Okay, normally I'll charge 30,000 naira for that, but it's going to be free. Once you buy into the course, you'll get that access free of charge. So essentially, here's what you get from the support group. Like I said, you get questions and answers. So you feel free to ask any questions. Anywhere you're struggling, just ask a question. We'll answer you. We'll also provide practical tips and tricks. Now, emphasis on the word practical, not theoretical, but practical tips and tricks, right? On how you can make so much sales in this business. How do I make it practical? I ensure that I look towards providing you with case studies, real life case studies about how I personally, or some of my friends, some of the people that I have dealt with or people I've groomed, how they were able to close deals on a regular basis. And then spontaneous trainings, I said that earlier, spontaneous trainings and webinars, real life case studies where applicable. All of this for just 30,000. It's just a one-off investment. You're not going to have to renew your investment. It's one-off. Once you pay that money, you have access to the course for life. Okay? Now, you could actually be on the journey to earning 1 million naira and above from this business on a monthly basis. Now, there's still more. If you sign up to be a member of my marketing team, so I have my own marketing team that I groom people who sell strictly for my company. If you sign up to be a member of that marketing team, you'd get free unlimited access to my group mentorship plan. So I'm going to be mentoring you on a group basis. And in some cases, I could actually even be mentoring you personally. But what you will get access to is a group mentorship plan if you decide to join my own marketing team. So how do you make payments? If you're interested in participating in this offer, how do you make payments? You make payment through my bank account. Those are the details there below. That's my GTB account there. Or you could just send me a message on WhatsApp. That's my WhatsApp number. If you're on the WhatsApp group, you also have my number. I posted a message on WhatsApp yesterday and also today. You could just send me a private message saying you're ready to participate in this offer, and I'll send you the bank details. You can make payments, send evidence of payments straight away, and you are on the course. I'll provide you with access to the course. The admin, people would also take things further from there. Now, don't miss the discount. Remember, in 24 hours, it goes back to 40,000. It's going to be 30,000 between now and tomorrow. But from tomorrow, from Monday morning, it goes back to 40,000. So if you want to save yourself 10,000 naira, you have to register between now and 12 midnight tomorrow. Okay? So with this, you'll never, ever, ever have to worry about money anymore. I can assure you that you would not have to worry about money. If you decide to take this business serious, if you decide to put in the work, if you decide to read and to go through the course and ask questions as often as you can and as often as you think is necessary, you would never have to worry about money anymore. So thank you very much. At this point, I'll end my slides. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask those questions. Thank you. So if you have any questions, please raise your hand. I would unmute you, or I'll ask you to unmute yourself. And I will then, oh, I can see so many hands being raised. So I'll start with the first person there, Savio Adewole. I can see 4 hands raised already. I'll take everybody. I have enough time to take everybody. I'll take everybody. So please ask a question and I'll answer as soon as I can. Okay, so Savio Adewole, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
First thing, my question is the course downloadable?
Yes, it is. It's online. It's not downloadable per se, but it's online. There's a website that you get access to the website. So once you get to the website, you have all the modules there. You have videos, you have course notes, you have templates. Everything is all there. But I don't think it's downloadable. No.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Next question is from David Oshumbayo. David, please go ahead and ask a question.
Yeah. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The question I want to ask is that is it a physical course or online?
No, it's online. It's online. It's online.
Online.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That means we can get access to the course at our own time.
Yes, at your convenience. At your convenience.
Okay. What if somebody doesn't? Is not ready now? Maybe some months later, one can still contact you for the course, or maybe someone want to refer somebody else, maybe who will be ready in some months' time.
Yes, you can do that. You can do that. You can do that.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, and if you can't afford the 30,000 naira now, well, I would advise. Sorry.
Still at the same amount.
Well, if you are paying, if you want to pay later, you have to pay the 40. But if you want to pay and qualify for the 30,000, then you at least have to make a deposit. At least make a deposit today.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Okay then. Next question is from Benga Oladeji. Let me ask Benga. Benga, please, you can ask your question.
Good evening, can you hear me?
Good evening, I can hear you.
Yeah, my question is real estate as a business. Does he have a kind of place that sells more? You know, for example, you can't compare Lagos to, let's say, Abuja, let's say Ibadan. You understand what I'm saying now?
Yes, I understand the question. Essentially, there are three major catchment areas in Nigeria. It's Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. Lagos being number 1. So if you're looking at starting real estate, I would advise you to start with Lagos. And then once you've covered Lagos, you can then move to places like Abuja and also Port Harcourt. And then from there, you can then touch other areas in the country. The East is also quite big as well. So there are different, but I would advise to start with Lagos.
My second question, starting with Lagos, let's say I stay in Ibadan. Can I work from Ibadan and make sales in Lagos?
Definitely. Remember, if you listen to me, when I was talking about technology, I said there are ways you can market to clients, even outside Nigeria, using technology. Like, for instance, you can use virtual tours. You could use videos, you get people to do videos for you, send them to you. You don't have to be located on site for you to market a property. We live in a technology era now, so using so many tools, you can actually market to people from anywhere and people who are based anywhere. So you don't have to be based in Lagos.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Next question is from Patrick Odige. Patrick Odige, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
My question is, most of my questions have been asked. The 40,000 for those that cannot meet up with the 30,000 within 24 hours, can one pay instrumentally? Assuming I saw 40,000, I am interested, but I don't have the 40,000 cash. Maybe I can pay 20,000. Maybe later on I pay the balance 20,000 or 30,000, later pay 10,000 as the case may be. Is that possible?
Yes, it's very possible. You can pay in installments.
That's number one. Then number two, and what's the duration of the course?
It doesn't have any duration. The materials are there. So you can access those materials forever. As long as you have access to the website, yes.
Once you pay, you have access to the website, you can always harness the materials.
Yes, the materials at any time. Correct.
You say that I cannot download them, right?
No. They're not downloadable, but you have access to them.
Okay, what are some rectors that they don't have their own real estate company, but they are marketers under another real estate company? Will this course still be profitable to them?
Very, very useful. It's useful to everybody, regardless of whether you're marketing for one company or several companies or no company. It's very useful to you.
Okay, maybe I think the number you shared just now, that's your phone number. I think anyone want to reach you.
Yes.
Okay, no problem.
Yes. Okay, Thank you. Next question is from Kingston. Kingston, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Let me first of all say thank you very much for such a wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to try to be very, very direct as possible, and at the same time try to make myself understandable.
Okay, please can you hurry up? Can you hurry up, please?
I'm very new to real estate.
Okay.
I'm very new. So, and like somebody has already asked a question that is pertaining to what I wanted to ask. That I'm based in Benin. And the property that we have here is kind of like liquidated at times, not very okay to present, let me say, digitally. So marketing social, this thing, I don't really know how exactly it's going to work out there in the social media world, because I heard it when you were making mention of this using
Can you please be quick with your question? Just go straight to the point, please. What's your question?
Okay, now my question is, on this course, do I stand a chance to get the tutorial on how to present such a thing, even while maybe I'm not in Lagos State, because most of this thing that you're talking about is the one that is used in Lagos State. I'm not in Lagos State.
You don't, like I said earlier, you don't, sorry to interrupt you. Like I said earlier, you don't have to be in Lagos. From anywhere, even if you're outside Nigeria, you can still access this course. The course will be very useful to you. Very, very useful. You do not have to be based in Lagos at all.
Okay, now not actually about the course, talking about marketing property in Lagos.
Yes, marketing you can market in Lagos even if you are based in America or you are based in, I have team members that are based in Canada that are marketing properties in Lagos. I have team members that are based in the UK, in Ireland, different parts of the world. So you don't have to be based in Lagos to market properties in Lagos.
So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And the course is okay. If I'm to make a deposit this evening, and let's say for example 15K.
Yes.
Do I stand a chance of I can do that, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, no problem.
Okay then. Thank you.
I'll reach out to you this evening.
Okay then. So someone is asking, how do we begin as a novice? All you just need to do is just go straight. The course talks about how to start off your business as a novice. Even if you're just starting off newly, there are guides, there are tools, there are techniques, there are strategies. All you need to know as a novice, everything is detailed in the course. Everything is there. Right, so once you get the course, go through it. If you still need any further guidance, you can join the support group and ask questions on the support group. We are there to support you. You can also join my marketing team, and I'll be there to support you as much as I can. Okay, someone is asking for my WhatsApp number. Let me quickly post it. My WhatsApp number so that you all have it. Okay, so I just posted my WhatsApp number. That's my WhatsApp number there. You can contact me personally and I will attend to you. Okay, so thank you all very much. I don't think there are any other questions. I can't see any other hands raised. All the hands that are raised are people that have answered their questions. Thank you all very much. Is it possible to work for many real estate companies? Yes, it's possible. I would advise you not to do that. I advise you to work with just one or two, right? You can work with mine. I'm very happy to introduce you to my company so you can market our products for us. We pay very good commissions. So please, you can talk to me after this presentation. I have posted my WhatsApp number there. Feel free to contact me. Give reasons. Yes, you get very confused. You get very confused when you're marketing different companies at the same time. Different companies have their different policies and their different sort of ways of doing business. So as a new person, I advise you to stick to just one or two companies, get established with those companies. And then if you want to do more than that, you can do more, but always start with just one or two. Very, very important that you do that. In fact, I would even advise you to start with just one. Master the company very well, master their products. And then if you decide later you want to do more than one company, you can do that. Okay, so please feel free to reach out to me on WhatsApp, and then I'll answer your questions. Do you deal with properties outside Nigeria? No, just within Nigeria. In fact, just within Lagos. Okay, so that question came from Galaxy A71. We only deal with properties in Lagos. Thank you all very much for listening. Thank you for participating. If you want to make payments, you don't have my account details, please feel free to do that. Contact me on WhatsApp. I'll provide my account details to you. You can make payments and you have access to the course and access to the WhatsApp group, the support group immediately.